Right, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about One Piece chapter 1048. This is a really good chapter, some really cool shit, but I'm a bit confused in a certain way, to be perfectly honest. I really don't know where Oda's going with this at this point in time with the Kaido and his awakening. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to talk about that right off the bat, right? So Kaido envelops himself in fucking magma or flames, right? It's kind of a dig to Odin. He's like, you can't survive the heat. Well, look at me. I am Kaido. All that jazz, right? I can survive anything. And he can envelop himself in flames and make himself stronger. Kind of like that. Kind of a jab at Odin, which, quite funny. Haha, Kaido. Well done. But, God. My point being here is that surely this would have been the perfect time to show his awakening. So I'm really kind of confused a little bit here. But I am still quite excited. And then there's like, okay, we see it. I'm going to skip to the end here just because I want to talk about Kaido for most of this. We see it like when they're clashing right at the end. So obviously they're clashing with Rio, or like Conqueror's mixed with Rio because it's not touching. But also, it's like there's a spear, like a spear of power. You know, like when Naruto and Sasuke clash their Chidoris and their Rasengan. Rasengan! Sasuke! Naruto! All that shit, yeah? Yeah, you know what I mean, right? That one where I don't know if that's an anime only thing. I never read the fight, actually, so I don't know if that was anime only. But yeah, it was kind of like that. So I don't know. It could just be Oda being aesthetic. You never know. But to me personally, I believe it's like, all right, you can split the sky, a normal attack, yeah, a normal like Yonko attack. But when they go quote unquote all out, quote unquote, just a big attack, it like creates, the power is so big it creates a spear or some shit, or some sort of physical abnormality. Kind of like, have you seen those the way with the rail guns in real life, when you fire them there's like a shot of flame, like the literal sky turns into plasma. That is the fucking maddest shit. Have you seen that? There's a bunch of videos on that. That's fucking cool. It's kind of like that, the power is so strong that it causes a physical abnormality. Or I guess you could say speed, because they both have future. So I don't know, power or speed, maybe both combined. They're fucking busted. It's so good to see. Oh, I will say, right, this is one thing. I've seen the colored versions of Luffy, and why sometimes does he have a white face, like fully, like his hair, like the fully sort of grayish white type vibe, and then other times he'll have his normal skin color. You know what I mean? I'm like, is that like part of his power? Is that like it's like when he can cover his body in his like flamey hair? Did I miss that? I don't know. I was wondering about that because I was like, is that like a power? Because I know they drew him as like pure gold when he went giant in previous chapters. I was just wondering, maybe I'm missing like the cultural significance. We also got a name for the big ass punch that he did, which I'm gonna be real with you, I can't pronounce. Let's give it a go while we're here. Try to ruin my reputation. All right, let's see. We got Bajarangun. Bajarangun. Bajaranga. That's like the best I got. I'm like so terrible. And Kaido, just simple Kaido. Blazing Bagua. Love that man. Really easy, really simple. Doesn't make it hard for my dumbass brain. Oh, I'm so stupid. Alright, lads. No, but this chapter, the first part of it was really cool. And then we get to see a bit more, we do get to see, it brings up some interesting questions about Kaido. And I know, because you think, alright, what will Kaido do? What like, will he, he's obviously not going to completely take this attack, like, head on. Well, he is, he said he would. Which, yeah, is fucking stupid, alright? He's literally, I don't like why they do that, but whatever. You move on. He's honorable, that type of jazz. Kaido's shown that he is, so it makes sense. My only issue here is that it would have been cool if Kaido like completely no diffs that punch. That would have been fun, and then Luffy has to kind of be more inventive. I think it's fun. I don't know how long this fight is gonna last. I don't think my idea of the movie Wano's gonna end by the time the movie comes out. I honestly don't believe that anymore. I think it might end March of next year. So I don't believe Wano will end this year. I did before, but honestly, this fight seems to be going nowhere in terms of finality. So it's a fun fight. This is the only down chapter in that regard, but it's been a very fun fight. Oh, really enjoyable. I will say that's about all we have with the Kaido stuff, though. We move on to Orochi again, and man, I think this is it, right? My friend literally rang me this morning being like, he read the chapter and we were talking about Orochi, and he was like, well, he has to burn to death. That's how, like, that's how you kill a Hydra. And like, he is burning right now. Yeah, he's literally burning to death at the minute, and then he gets his head cut off. That has to be it. That has to be it. Hiyori have her big speech, have her big moment, and then the vassal she trusted the most besides Komatsu, the one she trusted the most in the most recent years, Denjiro, gets the kill, and then right underneath Denjiro, you see get Orochi out, get us out of this hell, or get rid of Orochi. Right, that was it wasn't like it didn't hit that well. It didn't really hit how it was probably supposed to. But when you look at it, like in terms of what it was supposed to do and how it was formatted, that should be it. If he comes back, it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be so stupid. All right, because it was done pretty well. Okay, yeah, people are like, Momonosuke didn't get his moment with him. Fuck Momonosuke right now. He's getting his moment to save the fucking country. All right. And he was always focused on Kaido. You know what I mean? And it was his job to deal with Kaido and Hiyori's job to deal with Orochi, because she stayed behind and he was going to, get people from 20 years from now. So it made sense, okay? It makes perfect sense why they both deal with different segments of their country's issues. So I don't feel like Momonosuke needs anything to do with Orochi. And I know we said, oh no, Zoro's down and out. Zoro's not getting up for the rest of this arc, man. Alright? He might be whatever the fuck the little scythe man is. Fucking Black Butler looking ass motherfucker. Right? I don't know. Right? Maybe he's gonna pull something out of his ass. But I still think he's down and out. We may even see it, right? Him still dealing with this issue in the next arc, and then like when something is going completely wrong, something's being like fucked, Zoro figures it out at the last moment. Like it just clicks at the last moment. Then he comes in, bam, blocks the main attack from the main villain, and fucking kicks his ass, whatever the next arc is. Whether it's fucking Kid on Elmat. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Alright. That video was great. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, fuck that. Or if it's fucking Marijois and Shanks going for his benefits payments. Oh man, you know what I mean? There is quite a lot that could be done with Zoro, but I don't think he's gonna come back this arc. I feel like this is Luffy and the other members of the crew are gonna deal with this. I feel like everyone else is exhausted. The only members of the crew I could see helping Luffy in any stretch of the way are Usopp, Nami, and possibly, and I mean slightly, a minuscule, like tiny ass possibility is Sanji, right? Because he's still up. He's just very exhausted. So there is a possibility of many different things happening here. I just don't know what. I will say I'm very excited to see what happens. It's kind of, we're getting to the climax, but we're not there yet, in my opinion. Kaido's at least going to have a 3-chapter backstory, and we're not getting that until he's finished. When he's about to be done, we're getting his backstory flashing before his eyes. That's my opinion. I don't think we're getting a 15-chapter backstory, unfortunately, although I would like that. It's not going to turn out like Oden. And also, right, if you look at it now, we get a flashback to the 20 years. The reason I haven't talked about that much is it's just kind of giving us a bit more context onto how shit onto how shit Orochi's rule was and how he was fucking minuscule. He was so fucking tiny. He was such a fucking little bastard, right? And he meant nothing. He was a little scum, right? He was just riding off the coattails of Kaido. He was not strong. He was just a tiny, tiny little fucking useless little bastard. He reminds you of a certain someone who's running a certain government at the minute who's so insecure about himself he needs to take over other countries. I wonder who that might be. But you know, Orochi's kind of just so fucking shit, so absolutely minuscule and so fucking useless. He's like, Kaido is just basically doing whatever the fuck he wants, and Orochi's like, ha ha ha, look at me, ha ha ha, look at me, you powerful fucking Korazuki, whatever the fuck, oh yeah. That type of bullshit. You know what I mean? Alright? And it's kind of funny to watch, because I just love how he's getting his head cut off so much by like, oh, and no one gives a shit about him anymore, and I love it. Although we do see they kind of bring back the Toki's death once more, which I really hope she doesn't come back. I really hope she is actually dead. Oh, it'd be so disappointing if she wasn't. Oh, I don't know. We do see more of the suffering of the Wano people, and they talk about the Ebisu people. Actually, I would like to see what Kaido's reaction was to the town of Ebisu, because he's all about Joy Boy, right? He loves Joy Boy. Maybe he actually thought he wanted to, like, oh, these guys are lucky they can smile, or maybe he thought it was a curse. I don't know. I want to see Kaido's reaction to that town, like his genuine reaction. You know what I mean? It was a great chapter though, and it ends as I said. It ends. We actually get one thing. I want to talk about is the Zoro, or not Zoro, but the Daimyos. We get to see them again, in full image this time. You've got like Yasue, you've got the four others, like the big one with the makeup on, the long chinned one, and Zoro look-alike. I don't know who this is Zoro wise. If it's like, I'm still leaning towards like big brother or like uncle or something. I'm still thinking like uncle or something like that. It's not his dad. I think his dad just gonna be some fucking like deserter of the clan or some shit. Maybe, I don't know. I just think it might be his uncle, maybe his like older brother. You never know. I hope we get a bit of insight into it, especially later on. But I don't know where we're going with this. It feels like the climax, but at the same time, there's so much that needs to be done, and I just don't feel like the arc is ending anytime soon. I was so dedicated to that August 6th deadline. So that'd be 10 chapters if you try and include break weeks, give or take. Alright, that's off my head, and it's early in the morning. I'm literally just drinking my first cup of tea today. So maths is not going to be my strong point first thing in the fucking morning. But yeah, I don't see it ending in 10 chapters. I really don't. I really want to get to Kaido's backstory. Every single chapter with Kaido in it really intrigues me. And I want to see more about this guy. And the sooner we get to the end, the sooner we get to Kaido's backstory, in my opinion. And fuck Orochi, I hope he's dead. And with that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more One Piece content like this. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.